buddy. What's going on, guys? JJ Hampton. Good evening. Yeah, buddy. Oh, we could shut that off. It's the kimchi. What's going on, buddy? Ralph. Good evening. Oh. Yeah, buddy. Still got my due. Should have grabbed some water. How am I doing? What's going on, Casey? Zoltan. What's going on, buddy? What's going on now? Nothing. Just came on to shoot the shit. What's the next game? Not sure yet. We are going to talk about the gaming channel stuff, though. Because once I get who's a better company, CR England or Schneider? Well, boy, right off the bat, JJ Hampton comes in with a gunshot. Um, Depends on what you're looking for. I mean, they're both about the same, in my opinion. Um, you know, I was just talking to somebody the other day about this stuff, and I got an email. Let me see if I can bring this email up. I didn't get permission, so I don't know. I'm not going to mention any names. But give me a minute. When you guys go to these companies like that, CR England and Schneider and stuff like that, just my biggest advice to you is just keep to yourself. You're going to hear horror stories from about any company. You really are. So just keep to yourself. Do what you got to do. Both Schneider and CR England, you're going to get about the same amount of mileage. Probably about the same amount of pay. But if you were stuck between the two, I'd probably go with England, to be honest with you. Skeletor, what's going on, buddy? Jeremy, what's going on? It's the kimchi. Kimchi, I'm just gonna call you kimchi. Kimchi says Snyder. Yeah. Let me slide this over a little bit. There we go. That's better. Jeremy, good morning. That's what you make of it between those two. Zoltan's got it right. Skeletor, what's up, Al? What's going on, Skeletor? Make sure they're in your town. You don't want a yard 5 hours away. Harder to get home. Well, it's funny you say that because when I was with Crete, my home terminal was about 4 or 5 hours away. But I never had any issues getting home. To me, it didn't matter, where the terminal was. Hell, you could put the terminal in California. It doesn't fucking matter. As long as if they find you a load going somewhere near where your home is located, then you drop the load off and then go from there. So, Schneider said after 4 weeks they go solo. That's not a good thing, in my opinion. England isn't as bad as everyone makes it out to be. That's right. Save the earth, give birth. Don't give birth. Oh my God, where the hell do you guys come up with these names? Save the earth, don't give birth. Oh, shit. Alright. So I found an old iPad that I had, and I'm going to implement it into my gaming channel. So, how many people we got here? I don't even freaking know. 11? And we only got one like. Come on, people. You guys can do better than that. I have faith in you. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah, 11 people in here and one like. All right, guys, let's slam that like button real quick. while I'm finishing setting shit up. April, if you're watching, do me a favor and text me the Wi-Fi password, will you? Not on the channel. Text me on my phone. I gotta remember I have my camera here and not there. I always want to look this way, because I'm used to being in the truck, so I'm always looking to the right where the camera is, and it's right here in front of me. No, England's definitely not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. They're not a bad place. None of them are that bad. You have to realize who the people are online that are complaining. They most likely suck at any company. The ones having fun are not wasting time on forums complaining. Bing! We have a winner. I totally agree. I, as well as many friends of mine, have been very successful at CR England. So, people, like Zoltan said, people are going to talk shit. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not one that listens to reviews. I don't look at reviews on anything, to be honest with you. Even on Trucker Path, when you read reviews about truck stops and stuff like that, I mean, somebody may have had a bad experience. Who knows? So they turn around, they write this massive freaking review and makes the place look like shit. So, well. So to answer your question, just pick one and go with it. Run with it. I mean, both, the other thing you got to look at is both Schneider and CR England. You're going to go there, you're going to do your 1-year sentence, and you're going to leave. Thank you. And the reason why you're going to leave is because once you get enough experience, you'll realize that there's companies out there that require you to have experience but pays a hell of a lot more. So you'd be crazy to stay any longer. Take Crete, for example. You go do, get your CDL license, get some time in. With 4 months experience, you can go over to Crete and start out at 56 cents a mile, where you might be making 30, 32 over at England. It's a big, big, big difference. Let's see. Truckers Report website brings all the facts. Are you calling any new company soon? Yes. We're going to get back into this whole TAT show stuff very soon. I'm just trying to get this medical stuff under control, and I'm running into fucking one speed bump after another. But I've had a lot of people questioning me about me doing the whole talk show thing and stuff like that, and they wanted me to get back into it. So yes, that is going to be happening this week. Very, very much. Let's take a look here. Can you call Pride? Sure. Absolutely. I think what I'm going to do from now on is, instead of me sitting here making a whole list, checking it twice, I think what I'm going to do is just decide right there at the talk show which company we're going to call. I don't know why that thing's blinking, but whatever. Probably have to do local. And either one of those companies you could. Hell, did you get the CAT scan yet? No. That's one of the speed bumps that I've ran into. In fact, my MRI was set up for this Friday. Was being the operative word. Ran into a snag for health insurance purposes. Yeah, so I got to get the health insurance up and running before I do anything. Yeah. Did you want coffee? Sure. I always want coffee. What am I looking for? Oh, never mind. Yeah, so the scan company, this place called Borgonite, they told me that they wanted me to either come up with 1,800 and some change out of pocket or get insurance. Yes, honey, and a touch of cream. um, yeah, so I'm working on getting the health insurance part done first because I'm not paying $2,000 out of pocket. Yeah. So the MRI has been put on hold, but here's a little bit of good news for those of you that are concerned. Um, the brain pressure headaches, we'll call them. They were happening on an everyday or an every other day basis. I am currently on day 4. Now, with that being said, I'm getting little spurts. Like it'll come on and then go away, and it's that quick. So I feel them coming on, and then they're gone. So it's not like what it was before. I haven't had one in 4 days. So Trucker Will, what's good? So yeah, 4 days without one of those pressure things. That's a good sign. I think. I hope. Hopefully, it's not the calm before the storm. But yeah, we'll see how that runs. What the hell? I'm keeping his stress level down. She is. April's taking damn good care of me. I don't even freaking know my own damn phone number. Yeah, I do. Hey, any news on Billy Raines? Does anybody know? I haven't talked to him since that last time when we called him when I was live. Oh, here we go. Keep it clean, ladies and gentlemen, will you? My only way to keep my stress down is not worrying about a damn thing and care less. Not too much. And that's pretty much where I'm at, too. I mean, it turns out a lot of my stress is subconscious. Like, I could sit here and tell you that I don't give a rat's ass about this, that, and the other, and I don't feel that I give a rat's ass. It's really not bothering me, but apparently my body says otherwise. I have stress. I have 26 third graders to teach. He gets to play video games. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more to it than that there, Zoltan. And as far as you having 26 third graders, you picked your job. That's why, you know, that's why I tell people every time that, you know, people are complaining about their job and this, that, and the other. It's like, you picked it. Let's see. And the thing is even like yesterday, I never even turned the computer on yesterday. There was so much freaking stuff to do, and we decided to get lazy, and I never even turned the damn computer on yesterday. Yeah. I need to take a picture of this. I'm actually glad somebody asked me about that. Now I can do all of this at the same time. Career of choice. Yeah, it's right. You picked it. You can very easily change it. Oh, come the hell on. Alright, I'm not going to be doing this right now. We'll play with that later. Alright, so what I ended up doing, that's why I'm trying to find a new career. Play video games. Um, Now, as far as, come on, as far as the whole gaming channel stuff, I wanted to get everybody's opinion on it. Um, I started a channel on Facebook, started one on YouTube, and started one on Twitch. In your guys' opinion, which of the three are the best way to go as far as streaming goes? I can stream on either one of the three, but you know, if anybody here is into gaming or likes watching it or anything like that, which would you prefer to watch it on? YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook? Albert, what's going on, buddy? Oy vey. It's hard to switch when you have 3 college degrees in something and no one wants to give you a chance in something new. Well, once you get your broken limb fixed, then it's always truck driving. YouTube and Twitch. See, I don't want to do both. I'd rather just pick one and stick with it. Because I'd like to do different series. I don't have an available freaking plug to plug this bitch in it. Alright, so I'm going to have to play with that later. See, I start all these little projects and I got so much stuff to do. I start it and it goes to shit. Wonder if I could find this. I should have saved it. This whole thing with Kobe Bryant, I know like Facebook fucking exploded it. But earlier this morning I saw and heard, and I was gonna play it for you guys if I could freaking find it. I knew I should have saved this. Thinking, oh no, I'll be able to find it. Um, actual audio from the pilot in the helicopter, and there was nothing, no evidence of any trouble or anything like that. I know somewhere along the lines I read that oh no shit. Um, Read reports that there was a lot of fog in the area, and in the audio, it says that the helicopter was at about 1,400 feet, and he could have been a little bit higher. For whatever reason, he wasn't. But ATC was telling him, anything below 2,500, and he took it a lot lower. So I don't know. Let's see. Zoltan says keep it here. I had mentioned something like that before, as far as just adding my gaming onto this channel here, and I got my ass tore apart by certain people telling me not to do that, that I shouldn't change the pretty much the aspect of this channel, that if I was going to do a gaming channel or something like that, that I should create a new channel. Because I had originally thought about that. It's like, what, why don't I just do it on here? I mean, whoever watches it, and I'm actually in the process now. I've got to create a whole new intro. I just downloaded another program onto the computer where I can do some photo editing and stuff like that, and video editing, so I can make better thumbnails. But I thought about that before, and people, they weren't happy about that if I decided to just do the gaming stuff on here. Let's see. Dane Colston. There's a name I've never seen before. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to the channel. I just wanted to say hello, and I hope everything with your heart attack's okay. That's what took me off the road, a heart attack and an aneurysm. Son of a bitch, man. I'm following in your freaking footsteps. The whole aneurysm thing, I'm not 100% on. There's something going on up there. I just don't know what it is. And before I can get my scan done, I have to work on this whole health insurance shit because they want $2,000 up front. But glad to see that you're still around. That kind of makes me feel a little bit better. Yeah. 16 people watching, 10 likes. Yeah, we're getting better. Yeah, that I just went out yesterday morning real early. I got up, I couldn't sleep, so I went out to go check on the truck. Now, where I park the truck, it's about, I don't know, half hour away from where I live. So I went out to go check on the truck. I was going to get it started up and stuff like that, and when I got out there, the truck was gone. So they sent somebody out to get it, and it turns out I accidentally left a folder, a very important folder, in the truck, and the guy ended up calling me. And apparently he doesn't live too far away from where I do. So the company had him pick up my truck. And with that being said, wow. Yeah, so I'm actually going to meet up with him tomorrow to grab that folder. How do you like once you are watching the video? Right at the bottom of the video, you'll see right underneath the screen, if you go out of full screen mode, right at the bottom of the video, you'll see a thumbs up. You got the middle, just off to the middle on the right. There you go, you got it. We're up to 14. Let's see. I'm gonna approve this message. Kimchi, do you ever listen to your CB radio at a resting spot, just hearing them bullshitting. Um, Depending on what I'm doing, if I'm just hanging out editing a video, yeah, I'll leave it on and listen to them and laugh at them, and sometimes I even get in on them and have fun with it myself. But no, usually for the most part, I shut that damn thing off because some of the shit that the most racist people on there. Billy Rains, I was just asking about you. When are you heading back to Crete? I'm not. Not unless the whole world changes. What's going on with you? How you feeling? We're just asking about you. In fact, I should call you on the phone. Brandon says, "What it do? Your mic is super low to you." All right, hang on. I'm gonna boost this up a little bit. See if I go too high. Hold on. Is that better? See, that might be a little bit too much. I got a meter that I watch, and it typically, if I go any higher, it's gonna spike it. Anybody else think that my mic is too low? Can't fix it unless I know it's broken. And I'm not watching it on here. Here, let me listen in. Is that better? See, that might be a little bit too much. Oh, all right. That'll work. I got a meter that I watch, and... Okay, perfect. I'm with family. I'm doing all right. Good deal. Good to hear. When you going back out on the road? It's very clear now. It's loud. All right, well, turn your volume down. We gotta have a happy medium. Not everybody's got their volume set the same. I'm watching my meter. I'm just touching the yellow, which is perfect, or should be perfect. I'm with family. I'm doing all right. Good deal. Good to hear. When you going back out on the road? Now, see, I got the video playing, obviously, as you can hear it, and I don't know. Audio sounds perfect. All right, guys, don't give me an aneurysm. So, what did I get? 2 responses out of that freaking question? My next appointment is Friday. Your audio was good. Thanks, Billy. Yeah, I gotta situate this whole health insurance stuff before I can schedule my next appointment. Which I'll be working on that tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a day where I get medical insurance stuff taken care of. Tax pay. I got to get my taxes done. I got to make sure all that stuff's put in. Tomorrow's going to be a really busy freaking day. No, I think with everything that's going on, my truck driving days are over. You should create a survey to pick for talking points on here. I know what you're saying. I gotta figure out how the hell to do that. I think I could do it from my phone. I don't know if I can do it from the computer. Let's take a gander. Where the hell's YouTube? Here we go. Post. Don't say you are done forever. Hey, you never know, man. I gotta be honest. I mean, depending on what this whole aneurysm thing show. I mean, you gotta understand my family history and stuff like that. Ooh, what my mother went through, you'd be lucky I even drive a freaking car again. Now, does this automatically set it as a poll? Here, let's take a look. Yeah, I just did a post on YouTube. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, I won't. I mean, technically, I could probably call up Crete right now and be in a truck tomorrow. But I'm not doing that. Thank you. Oh, coffee. Coffee. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't want to turn around and um, put myself in a truck and then have something happen, God forbid, while I'm driving. And me, take the truck off road or slam into another vehicle or anything. I don't know. That ain't going to be me. You should try to vape. I love mine. I was wrong. Lots of smoke. Is that a vape? No. Cigarettes. Yes, I'm a smoker. I've smoked for 27 years. And everybody and their brother tells me to quit, but I've even got doctors that are telling me not to because it's such a shock to your system. And right now, my system's gone through enough between the heart attack and whatever else I got going on. So if I was to quit smoking now, it would be too much of a shock to my system and create more problems. You are too young to close all doors. You can improve your health in the next few months. Yeah, I know. But, the other factor is I mean, truck driving's obviously in my blood. But I'm kind of enjoying this, being able to. And, I mean, here you got to remember, we're dead smack in the middle of winter. So it's not like I could just go out, grab my fishing pole, and walk over to the canal and start fishing. Wait till that day comes. I'll bring the GoPros out and the cameras out and all that stuff, and let's go fishing. Pre-hypertension with screws. Which screws with me? Genetics. Yeah. My dad drove for Crete in 1984 for 8 years and had 3 heart attacks on the road, then retired from Sunflower as a dispatcher. No shit. See, luckily enough, when I had mine, I was on the road. I was down in Georgia, but I was stopped. I was at a truck stop when the whole shit hit the fan, and I mean, if I was driving, I couldn't. No, I don't. I don't. I don't want to put myself in those shoes, and I don't want to put anybody else in that predicament. And that's the thing. I mean, with if I was to go back out on the road, guys, you got to remember, put yourself in my shoes. That's gonna be something that's gonna be in the back of my head constantly. When's my next one gonna be, or is there going to be a next one? And it's bad enough you got the stress of the job in itself, because truck driving, I mean, I know we make it look easy on YouTube and stuff like that. It tends to get very, very stressful. Anybody in here, Billy Rains, Trucker Will, they'll all agree. I mean, it gets to be very stressful. And, with that being said, you turn around and add, your personal life, home life, your family life, stuff like that. And nowadays you need a doctor to waived health problems. Yeah, and I mean, I could probably get that taken care of, but I don't know. I've got a lot of testing and stuff I got to get done first. But to me, it's like like I said to you guys before, I've worked 70, 80, 90 hour work weeks since I was a kid. And, now it's to the point to where here I've already had a heart attack, technically two. You guys don't know about the first one, but that was many years ago. And that wasn't a confirmed heart attack. It was something that an EMT said I was going through, but nobody actually said it was a heart attack. Confirmed it. But with this one here, it was a confirmed heart attack. I had a doctor tell me that I'm lucky to be here. That with the blood pressure being that high, that I shouldn't even be here. That would have killed most people. So luckily enough, everything else about me is in good shape. My blood is fine. Everything else is fine. All my extremities are fine. All of my organs are fine. I just had a I don't know if the stress just got to me or what. So I mean, it's not like you have a heart attack and then it prints out a receipt and tells you why. But we're all chalking it up to stress because they went. I guess with the blood work, I don't know doctor shit because if you guys know me, I don't do good with doctors and hospitals, and I don't even go. I very rarely do I ever go to the doctors or hospitals or anything like that. I'm not a big fan of that. To me, it's just a money scam. But you know, now that I'm getting older, I start to think back of what my life has been like. Over the years and stuff like that, going through the divorce and my whole situation with the kids and stuff like that. I'm not drinking enough water. No, I drink quite a bit of water, to be honest with you. I mean, I have other stuff, Mountain Dew and coffee, and I know that those are probably the two worst things in the world, but I have enough water to supplement those. Um, but to me, it's, I get to thinking, what have I really done in my life? I mean, I've never really relaxed. I haven't touched my fishing pole in probably 3, 4, or 5 years. Um, I don't know. It's just, to me, you get to a point where when you're out on the road and you look back at your life and think to yourself, what have you really done besides work? It gets to the point to say, why bother? I mean, I'm out there on the road. I'm home 3 days a month. 27 out of 30 days a month, I'm on that road. And yes, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed being out on the road. I enjoyed the freedom, the peace and quiet. Um, I enjoyed making the YouTube videos and stuff like that. This is like a hobby for me. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy helping other people out. As soon as I started this channel, within 30 seconds, somebody's asking me a question about, different companies and stuff. I I love doing this. I could do this the rest of my life if it's paid for it. But yeah, Trucker Will's been trying to convince me going on a true vacation. Um, I mean, I've been to Disney once. We went down there for a week, and that was more stressful than anything, more painful than anything. Um, but a vacation to me would be like a cruise. Go on a nice cruise to the Bahamas or something like that, where I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to do anything. I can go to bed, wake up whenever I want. Um, you know, just like an all inclusive cruise. To me, that would be a vacation. Get out of the country, um, just not have to worry about anything. I'm not here to do anything. That to me would be a vacation. And I've never had one. Maybe I should start a GoFundMe page. Six Flags is a way to go. Yep. But, or, my other place on my bucket list is Hawaii. Just go to Hawaii and sit on the beach. Just listen to the ocean day in, day out. You know, have my food brought to me, drinks brought to me, just sit in a nice lounge chair, bask in the sun, listen to the ocean, the birds. Nothing stopping you but you. Yeah, I know. I'm my own worst enemy. Let's see. Hampton says, I started driving the first time in 2002, weighed 205 pounds, smoked half a pack. In 2009, I weighed 425 and was smoking 3 to 4 packs. Now I weigh 245, quit smoking. Hope I can make work this time. Wow. That's a big jump in weight. That's a huge jump in weight. Now, see, I was out on the road for 2.5 years and I didn't gain a freaking pound. And that's the other thing. I mean, I was, even to this day, well, I was just at the doctor's, obviously, recently, and they finally put me on the scale, and I haven't stepped on the scale in the last couple of months, and it kind of had me a little nervous. But I actually dropped 7 pounds. And I'm eating all the shit food out there. I wasn't one of those drivers that stocked his truck. Go to Walmart, come back with 10 bags full of food and cooked in the truck and all this healthy shit and eating salads. And that wasn't me. If I pulled into a Love's and they had a McDonald's, I'm eating McDonald's. And, I mean, I ate all the fast food shit. You can start storm chasing. Yeah, that's another dream that I've always had, was storm chasing. Oh, that would be a vacation for me. Storm chasing and doing video stuff like this. Oh yeah, that would be one of those. I've always went with the phrase that if you do something you enjoy, you'll never work a day in your life. Oh yeah. Yep. Planet Fitness is my friend only because they're everywhere. Yeah, see, I don't go to the gym anymore. I used to go to the gym all the time, and then I stopped. But I'm gonna say this. I don't need the gym. I mean, I'm at 213 right now, and to me that's perfect. Anywhere between 2 and 215, I'm good. I could still bend over and tie my shoes, and not have to worry about holding my breath. But, I mean, yeah, storm chasing? Oh, yeah. I'd be all over that. Oh, my God. If I can freaking storm chase and get myself behind a tornado. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'd be really happy. That's why I said maybe I should start a GoFundMe page. Hawaii sounds great, but most of the thrill of having is wanting. Yeah, I know. It is what it is. Right now, I'm just doing things day by day, guys. I mean, it's trying to do this whole medical thing. This is the first time I've ever had to deal with anything this serious, to where I had to pretty much stop what I'm doing, and now I got to get in touch with, I got to start from scratch, this whole medical insurance shit. And then, they referred me to a cardiologist, so I got to deal with that. I got to get the MRI done and then go from there. Storm Chasing LLC, start a company, right? So anybody want to fund me on this? Anybody want to sponsor me on this? We'll go storm chasing this year. It starts up in about a month and a half. Anybody want to do it? I'll set up I have a PayPal account. I don't use it, but I could start. Call it the April and Al Broke as Hell Fund. April won't go storm chasing, but that's all right. She could stay home. I'll leave in March, come back in September, October. Yeah, buddy. Go sit there in Omaha, Nebraska, Wichita, Kansas. Oh, yeah. That would definitely be, it'd be a little difficult to do it on my own, but it's definitely doable. I don't know. Let's get one thing done at a time. Right now, I need to do the whole health insurance thing and get the MRI done and go from there. Because I can turn around, and you guys got to understand this. I could turn around, get this MRI done, and something may, something may happen to where it kind of kicks me in the ass. Casey coming in with $20. Follow your dream, man. Thanks, Casey. I appreciate your support, buddy. You should start coaching young truckers. I very well could do that. And see, that was my original intentions, coming here, starting this whole Tats thing. Just being here for whoever needed it and stuff like that. And I still want to do that. April is going to be next to have a heart attack. That was my whole thing with Tats. To come on here, be on here all the time and helping people out and answering questions and guiding people in the right direction and, stuff like that. The whole thing with the weather, that was just an additional thing that, I was going to do while I'm on here. I mean, like, I've even got, like, the whole weather thing up now. There ain't much going on. Guess where it's snowing? Denver, Wyoming, Cheyenne. The rest of it, it's just about gone. The country is quiet. I'm actually surprised it's not snowing anywhere in Wisconsin and Michigan. But, that was the whole thing with the Tats, was to come on here and help people out in the form that, the way that I was helped out. So, let's see. They gave my dad so many pills that it took his kidneys out, so make sure to take only the ones that are necessary. Well, the same thing with my mother. My mother, she had a whole basket filled with medication, and, back then they didn't have the shit that they've got now to where they can regulate your medications, and everybody knows what you're on just by clicking the mouse button. But, my mother had multiple doctors giving her different medications for the same shit, and they were intertwining with each other, and it killed my mother, literally. So I'm not one for medication. I'd rather suffer than take pills every freaking day. Zoltan, I don't know how you can set it up, but some kind of hotline. Yes. And see, that's the other thing I was going to do. I changed my phone number on my phone. And there's like maybe 3 people that have this number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people that have this number. 5. Sorry. The more I think about it, the more it's going to have it. No, 5 people have this number. Nobody in my family has this number. And I thought about just taking the phone and doing a hotline with this phone. I'll give out, I'll put it on here on the channel what the phone number is. People can call in. They can ask their questions. We're going to do it live. And the same thing, like Zoltan was just saying, start a text line. That number will also accept text messages and stuff like that. So, the other thing is, even if I'm on the phone live with somebody, I have 2 iPads right here, one of which is on the same setup as the phone. So if I get a text message, I will still receive it through the iPad while I'm on the phone. So this whole thing may all come together very soon. Like I said, it's a work in process, or in progress. And now that we got the desk in here set up and stuff like that, the only thing that I may have to do is change the times a little bit. Because I was starting at like 6 o'clock in the morning before, and that was very difficult because where this desk is set up, within a few feet of me, April was sleeping, and Miss April likes to go to bed at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and here I'm getting up at 5:30 to start my talk show at 6. Now I got the computer up and running. I got 3 monitor screens up and running. I got, me talking, and so that was a little difficult on her. I'm trying to be quiet, but, still being able to do what I need to do, and try not, to wake her up at the same time. So we may change the time on it. So what I was thinking is maybe do like 10 in the morning, wicked start, and then work through the afternoon. And then I could do the gaming stuff in the evening. So that may be the next plan. Let's see. Chris Peterson, I'm planning on going to trucking school soon. Awesome, Chris. Where are you thinking about going? Scary quiet. If I hit the road this summer, I really have no one to reach out to. That ain't true, Zoltan. I'm always here. You know how to get a hold of me. They rushed me to Lincoln after I failed the treadmill test. Wow. See, I passed the treadmill test. I was at home when I did it, though, but I still passed it. And that's the thing. In fact, shit, I was going to bring it in here with me. I was going to say, hey, let's take my blood pressure. I thought I brought it in here, but apparently not. And that's the thing that's scary with me is that, let's see, Chris Peterson's going to CR England. Good choice, good deal. Hope it all works out, and we're all here for you. I was gonna say I'm here, but we're all here for you. You got any questions or anything like that? Reach out to us. My email is in the description below. You email me there. Be happy to answer any questions you got. Kendall, what's going on, buddy? I definitely will be bugging you. Nah, you ain't a bug, man. I'm be happy to help. Possible change companies after the contract is up. April says it's out here. Yeah, I figured. It's all good. Chris, you're going to want to change companies after a year, trust me. If you stay at CR England for a year, look into Crete. And because with you being at CR England, you're going to have the experience with the reefer. So you can go over to Crete, run the Schaefer side, which is the reefer part of Crete Carrier. So you're working for Schaefer, but they will pay almost double what you're making at England. Crete is a fantastic company. If I was to ever, for whatever reason, end up back out on the road, I'd be right back at Crete, as we all know. We just played that game. So, night transportation, great start, but need to come up with $500 and get refunded the next. Why would you have to come up with $500? See, I don't like it when companies charge you for shit. That's what I don't understand. I'm thinking about Anderson Trucking Company as well. Hey, it's go wherever your heart tells you to go. And if you're not happy, for whatever reason, look elsewhere. Reach out to people. Reach out to me. Reach out to Trucker Will. Trucker Will, he's the research master. He researches every freaking company that's out there. He's like a information highway. So you can have a conversation with Trucker Will, and he'll get to know you a little bit and see what you're interested in and what would it take to make you happy, and Trucker Will can put that information together with the information he has from these companies, and he can guide you in the right direction. The other thing is being here on the TAT show and stuff like that, we're going to be contacting these companies too. Some of which are more than willing to give out the information that they have, but understand we are talking to recruiters who lie through their frickin' teeth. So they may tell me one thing over the phone and you guys will hear it live. But when you actually fill out the application and then turn around and sign whatever paperwork it is to hire them or to get hired on with them, it's a whole different story. Night transportation pays you $500 weekly while you learn to get your CDL license before drive training. No shit. That's cool. CR England don't do that. I know that. CR England, when you're there getting your CDL, you don't get paid anything. Pays you $500 a week. Not bad at all. Now, see, that tells me right there that Knight Transportation wants you to be able to support yourself while you're in school. Now, we just had this conversation, a bunch of videos back when we had talked to CR England, and you guys remember me asking them whether or not they actually pay for the schooling part of it, and she said no. To me, it's like, you're out of a job now, and then you're going to turn around. You got to travel to whichever facility. Then they put you up in the hotel, and they don't give you any breakfast, lunch, or dinner at England. That's all on you. They have it there where you can purchase it, but they don't supply you with any of that. So not only are you out of a job now, you're not getting a paycheck. Now you're transferring yourself to a different part of the country, getting put up in a hotel that, yes, they do pay for, but they don't, like I said, they don't pay for any of your meals. So now you're paying every single day for your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And then for the first, 13 to 15 days, you're not getting paid for that while you're in the school. Now, okay, now you pass your CDL road test on your first shot. Congratulations. They put you over into a different hotel, and then you're sitting there waiting for a trainer. So say 2-3 days go by, you're at the hotel, so now you're still paying breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So now you're up to 16 to 19 days. And then you finally hook up with a trainer, and at that point is where you start making money, because now you're going to get paid your state's minimum wage for the hours that you drive. From that point on, it's another 2 weeks. So you're technically supporting yourself for an entire month. And that's if everything works good. You're supporting yourself for an entire month. Who's got that kind of freaking money? So the fact that Knight pays you from day one, that's a good thing. Recruiters just put it out there to get you there. Yeah, they lie through their teeth. Kimchi says no company does except Knight and Prime. Prime Inc. is $200. Hey, $200 will still feed you. Hampton says in the gold rush of the 1900s, some of the miners made money, but most went broke. The people that sold the shovels and sold the booze, they made the money. Yeah. History lesson there, Hampton. Let's see. Brandon says, oh, you're like me. You eat only once a day and maybe ramen and chips for dinner. Yeah, and, see, this is what I mean. Right there. You eat ramen noodles and, chips for dinner and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, 6 months down the road, you end up having a fucking heart attack and you scratch your head. Why? It shouldn't be like that. You're sacrificing enough just becoming a truck driver. You're out on the road. You're away from your friends. You're away from your family. You're starting a whole new lifestyle. You're sacrificing everything that you're used to do that type of career. And now you got to stoop down to frickin' ramen noodles and chips? Horseshit. Chris Peterson says, I'm in Ohio. What are some good companies that hire out of Ohio? I know it's a shot in the dark, but had to ask. Well, you are close to CR England. I mean, for a starter company. Because they're out of Burns Harbor, Indiana, so you only got that's a little skip, hop, and a jump from Ohio. Trucker Will, not true. Prime feeds you 3 squares. There you go. And Trucker Will would know. He's there at Prime. Let's see. Brandon says it was really hard, and now they don't even give first delivery bonus. I'm with CR England. Yeah. See, that's the thing. They change so often. I mean, back when, when Will and Nip and Billy Rains and I were all over there at CR England, things were different. Even when you were training, they had a minimum pay. So you at least got paid $500 or $600 a week. Trucker Will says if you're out of Ohio, check out JB Hunt. But see, these companies, they change stuff up all the freaking time. You can make even more weekly at night if you ask for it during training. There you go. See, Trucker Will's coming in. He's got the info. They paid for students to go to school. They do some, really. Yeah, but he's just starting out, so I don't know if tradition would work out. He's still got to get a CDL. Yeah, buddy. Told you, Trucker Will's the information highway. We're all here to help, man. It's what we do. You know, it's... Oh. I got to sneeze, and that's what I'm waiting on. Whew. Man, that one took forever. So, Brian says I get to go solo in March. I'm stoked. Good deal. Congratulations. Let's see. Night paid for student schooling and covered hotel rooms for guys who were having a hard time. They really run it like a family. Hey, Zoltan, where did you end up going? I thought you ended up going over to England. Yeah, YouTube's funny like that. Each one teach one. Damn right. Yeah, YouTube's been acting real funny lately. I got a lot of people that, they'll notice my live feed like 3 hours after it's posted and after I'm done with it. And then they're like, hey, we didn't even get the notification. I mean, I don't get even like with Trucker Will, I watch all his videos and Billy and Nip and all that. I don't even get notified for them. In fact, Nip 34 just went live yesterday, and April and I were sitting on the couch, and she goes, oh, Nip's live. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I didn't even get notified. She did. Whatever. YouTube's been acting real funny. I'm watching the guy's YouTube channel, buying and fixed a wrecked blue Peterbilt 379. Interesting and nice. Cool. Rebuilding a Peterbilt 379. Everyone has the flu at the England school. Yeah, it's probably the coronavirus. Huh. Yeah, that whole flu thing, that's going around. Everybody's freaking got it or getting it. Yeah. Now, as far as like the whole truck driving and things go, don't get me wrong, guys. I miss it like crazy. I really do. And even more so now that it's out of my control. I miss the shit out of it. But I miss parts of it. Some parts I don't miss. And there's, things I enjoy thoroughly about being at home. So to me, I can be happy doing either or. I would rather be home and, I've got April here and be able to do what I want when I want. But I don't like that whole feeling of me wasting my entire life by working. So that's as far as that. UFOs, no joke. What part of Ohio, Chris? There's a school a few miles in PA that offers a 0% interest loan. I just signed papers today. Yeah, and then there's that other option too. instead of going with a company like England or Swift or something like that, there's companies out there like NTTS, National Tractor Trailer School. You can sign up a contract with them. They teach you how to get or they teach you to get your license and stuff like that, and then you pay them on a 0% interest loan. You just pay them back, and then, but be careful with them because towards the end of those classes, they start bringing in these freaking recruiters from England, from Prime, from Swift and Warner and all them. Don't pay no mind to them. I mean, if you're gonna go to a place where you're paying $4,000 or $5,000 out of your pocket on a 0% interest loan, don't turn around and go to CR England. Because why did you go to and pay $5,000 out of your pocket or $4,000 out of your pocket to go to CR England when you could have just went there and signed a 1-year contract with them and put no money out of your pocket? So if you go to a school like that, start calling around to companies, for example, like Crete, because even Crete would take, depending on the school, Crete has schools throughout the country that they will accept new drivers from, and Crete will put you through training. Now, as far as Crete's training, they pay you $800 a week. Yes, you fucking heard me right. They pay you $800 a week through training. So, think about that. Let's see. CR England is just cursed. He's out of the Dayton, Ohio area. Casey Fuller, thank God I just got out of Dayton. Wow, what's going on in Dayton? Weather looks clear. Let's see. Just last week, you were talking about a student not getting out of his truck and not checking his surroundings while backing up. Oh, yeah, CR England. But, well, yeah, I mean, you're going to get that no matter what company, though. He was just happened to be a CR England driver. I mean, I've seen owner-operators that are worse than that. Trick is make sure a company you like will hire you from that school. Exactly. So Crete has their own schools. No, what I'm saying as far as Crete goes, Crete does not have a school where they teach you to get your CDL. There are schools out there like NTTS where you go down, you pay $4,000 out of your pocket, and you can if you have it, and God bless you if you do. But if you don't, you just sign on a contract like a 0% interest loan with this school. You go through the schooling, they put you through your road test, you get your Class A CDL through them. Then you can call up these companies, for example, like Crete, and say, hey, I just finished my schooling at NTTS. Do you guys accept new students from that particular school? Or the best way to go about it is find a company that fits you, that fits what you're looking for, and ask them, if you don't have a school, can you recommend me to a school that Crete accepts new students from? They will give you a list of names. You call up any one of those schools, and then you go there and get your license and then go work over at Crete. Crete will put you through 6 weeks of training, paying you $800 a week. Let's see. So Crete has their own schools. Chris Peterson says violence. I don't know what the violence part means. Did I miss something? Oh, it ain't that bad in Dayton, Ohio. The violence in Dayton, Ohio. Shit. Let's see. Somebody asked me, let's see. Dayton has multiple shootings a day. Yeah? Here where I live, they just stabbed a cop. They called a cop for help and then stabbed him in the face. There's some crime for you. Let's see. Somebody just said, Block, where's the snow at, Al? The only snow we got right now is through Colorado, Nebraska, and parts of Wyoming. And then up towards Seattle, Washington. But, well, that's the weather right there. We got, some snow flurries out north of Syracuse, New York. Maybe a little bit up into Maine. But, nothing to write home about. I mean, if you're on, it looks like maybe on the 70, going from Kansas into Colorado, you may get walloped for a little bit, but let's see, there's the 80s, so 70s right here. Yeah. Let's put this thing into motion, see what we're looking at here. This is current. So yeah, it looks like the 70 and just north of the 70 into Colorado. And then, of course, the whole famous spot, going from Nebraska into Wyoming, the whole 80 there. That's where the snow be at. Let's see. My dad went to a 2-year community school, then Crete hired him. 2-year community school? You don't need 2 years. Been around that before in Columbus, Georgia. Oh, the whole violence thing? Yeah, it's, people suck. They really do. I mean, who calls a cop for helping and stabs him in the face? I mean, really? What are you thinking? Let's see. So you think it's any big deal to get an automatic restriction or just have a third-party tester give me the manual truck? JJ, when it comes to that whole thing, it depends on who you talk to. Personally, I tell you, fuck it, just take the automatic. Only because 90% of these companies out here, if you're going to remain a company driver throughout your career, just go with the automatic. If you're looking to own your own truck and stuff like that, then I would say grab the manual. But for the most part, I mean, you guys have seen how fast it went from manual to automatics. All of these big companies now, they are mostly automatics. So I give it a few more years, and the whole industry is going to be pretty much automatics except for owner-operators. And in time, I mean, those trucks are going to rot out the shit, and then they're going to be stuck having to get an automatic because that's what pretty much everybody's going with anyways. Worst state, in your opinion, for DOT inspections? It's hard for me to answer that question because, knock on wood, I've never been inspected. And all of the year, and I've been driving commercial vehicles since I was 20 years old. I've never once, tow truck, dump truck, semi-truck, school buses, city buses, everything that I've ever driven, I've never once had an inspection through DOT. So, as far as the worst state goes, I don't know, NIP 34 would be a good one to ask. He seems to get fucking inspected all the time. So I'd say somewhere probably Illinois, maybe. I don't know. Third-party test, going to charge me $200 to take the test. Well, if you can learn how to drive truck on your own, and then you find a third party like that that's going to charge you $200 to take the test, I'd take that and freaking run with it. The violence against police was bad for the past 4 years down there. Oh, in Georgia? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I've heard all about it. Down there in Georgia specifically. Yeah. We won't get into that story, but yeah, I know. That was in 1984 for a 2-year school, and he took English. Oh, I got you. Too bad most of us will be working until our 80s. If you survive that long. Automatics are becoming more advanced now than back then. Yeah, they are. Every day they come up with something new for these trucks. And in fact, the guy that actually just recovered my truck from here, he was just telling me just a couple of weeks ago, they put him in a brand new 2020 Freightliner Cascadia. And the reason why he had to recover my truck, because his 2020 Freightliner Cascadia threw up 3 check engine lights. It's got 5 different codes. and they can't figure out what the hell the problem is. It went to the dealer, and the dealer can't even figure out what the problem is. So instead of him waiting on his truck, he had asked them to assign him a different truck, and they assigned him mine, but he had to come up here to New York to recover it. But brand new 2020 Freightliner, and the dealer can't even figure out what's wrong with it. And it threw 5 check engine lights, or through 5 codes, 3 check engine lights. But that's what happens when everything nowadays is electronic. It doesn't take much. One loose wire and it's done. Now you got to fish through every single wire through that truck to figure out which one popped loose. No. How can you still drive a big rig? Terry, I'm doing okay for right now. I still have a lot of testing that I got to get done for, medical purposes and stuff like that. Can I still drive big rig? Not at the moment. Will I get myself to where I can? Possibly. Depends on what the MRI shows. Will I ever go back out on the road? I could sit here and tell you yes, and I could sit here and tell you no, but something changes, and who knows? So I don't know. So when you want to play FS19 together, I haven't even been on that in the last few days. I've been working on some of the other stuff that I've got going on. I'm still trying to figure out what platform to freaking play on. And with that being said, I wanted to see if that went through the right way. I don't know if that worked out or not. Let's see. See, it didn't go on the way that I wanted it to. I put that post up on YouTube 45 minutes ago, and one person liked it, but they didn't even comment as to which channel I should stream the game stuff on. So I'm actually going to delete that one. I'm actually starting to think, this one here has got a comment. Oh, Brandon. I got Brandon's comment on the one post. All right, let's hit up some of these comments. We'll get back to that gaming stuff here in a minute. Let's see. Too bad most of us be working till our 80s. Automatics are becoming more advanced. Some company websites actually say automatic restrictions accepted now. Yeah, they should all say that because I think all of the companies have automatics in them. Let's see. Can you still drive? What do you mean, Terry? I don't understand what you're getting at. Let's see. JJ says, I missed my Peterbilt 550 Cat with a dual turbo and an 18-speed not governed. It was a triple digit and spread axle. It would haul some. Sounds like a nice truck. Man, my freaking comments just went nuts on here. What the hell happened? New vehicles are made very cheap. My Volkswagen needs a new strut mount. Rotted to shit. Yep. I saw you commented on a video by Vasily. I wonder whatever happened to him. You know what? The last I heard from him, oh my God. He actually helped me out quite a bit. When I was starting to get into making YouTube videos, I had started talking to him over the phone. We talked quite a bit. He's from California. He helped me out quite a bit as far as how to get YouTube up and going and how to get it to grow and stuff like that. And he's the one that taught me about the YouTube algorithm and how that whole thing works. The last I heard from him is that he was coming out on the road. Coming back out on the road after his whole bullshit with that coffee stuff. But and all of a sudden he disappeared like a fart in the wind. I don't know what happened to him. I'll have to dig up one of my old phones and see if I still have his number in there. Let's see. Wait a minute. Where do we go? I saw your trucker simulator and you honked at the Sierra England. That had me dying. Yeah. Yeah, PS is Premier Gaming. Xbox is more entertainment center oriented. No, I'm doing more of my gaming from the computer. I do have my PS4 sitting here that I should probably hook up and get that going. I've got the Elgato capture card and all that, so I can hook that up and stream some of the games from. Like, I may stream my GTA 5 game off of that. Martin, what's going on, buddy? Glad you can make it. Chris Peterson, menthol or full? These are full. I don't smoke menthol. It's got fiberglass in them. I got enough freaking problems. Derek, what's going on? Better to have no restrictions than have restrictions on your CDL. Yeah, but when it comes to like the auto and the whole standard stuff, I mean, it really depends on where you're going in the career. If you're planning on staying a company driver and you're not looking into purchasing your own trucks, then hell with it, go for the automatic. It's a lot easier. I've seen and the reason why I say that, I know of and have seen it firsthand, so many people who have failed the road test because they didn't know how to properly shift or clutch. You know, and that's kind of why I did what I did. Because when I had my Class B license, I was driving standard. I was driving a 10-wheel dump truck, 13-speed. And I clutch out of first gear and then float all the other gears. It's going to be very hard to train me to double clutch when I'm so used to floating the gears. And now I got to go back to double clutching to take this road test. Chances are I'm going to go through this road test. I'm going to start floating gears by accident just out of habit, and I'm going to fail the road test. So that's why I never went back for it. I had so many people telling me, you know, oh, we'll hire you, but you got to do this, you got to retest, you got to do that. Yeah. Nope. I did perfectly fine with the automatics. I wasn't ever looking into, well, I had thought about it. I'm not going to say I wasn't ever looking into it. I thought about buying my own truck at one point. Me and Will had many conversations over that. It's, you know, to me, I don't know. It's just, to me, I didn't want the headaches. I really don't. I don't want to worry about the financial aspect of the business where I could just simply do the same thing and just collect a paycheck every single week. I mean, the thing is, and Trucker Will knows. Trucker Will, you know, him and I talked finances quite a bit. And, you know, we were talking, you know, what I made for the week and what he made for the week and stuff like that. And they weren't too far off, you know, off of each other. There's weeks where I made more than him. You know, he's a lease operator over there at Prime. And, you know, there's weeks where he blew me out of the water. You know, it's just, you know, it depends on where you want to go with your career. You know, as far as that automatic restriction stuff. But I really miss his trucking videos. Yeah, he's got a certain personality that'll attract a lot of people. Yeah, he was a good kid. I do watch you. Lots of cool stuff to talk about. Thanks, Terry. Appreciate it. I do think driving an automatic as a new driver is way better. Double clutch was the only part during my training was pissing me off. Yeah, I get that. Chris says, I quit smoking menthol and now I'm rolling my own. Yeah, I've been there. Well, these are Marbs right now, but we have an Indian reservation that's not all that far. In fact, April and I just went out there today and got cartons. But we smoked the non-name brand Indian reservation cigarettes. They're like $22 a carton or something like that. Trucking it country. What's going on, buddy? See your YouTube channel's up and going. Let's see. Chris Peterson, Atlanta, New York. Suck my father was a truck driver for Covenant. Yeah, Swift Anderson and JB Hunt. Atlanta and New York. Yeah. Well, you know, I've been through Atlanta traffic quite a bit. As far as New York City, I've been down there a few times. I don't recommend it. But in my personal opinion, and I've been through every state in this country and just about every major city. The worst that, and I dread, and I do everything I can to avoid it, but Dallas, Texas. Stay out of fucking Dallas. I actually like automatics. It makes it easier on me during a 14-hour shift, and it's nice downhill. Yeah, that's another good thing about automatics. If you're stuck in traffic or going up and down the hills, me being from the Northeast, typically when I picked up a load, it went down to North Carolina, so I ended up driving through Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. It's nothing but fucking hills all the way down. Yeah, it's a lot nicer without having the clutch. Just taking my 10-hour break. I'm here in New Mexico. Nice. Advice taken. Good deal. Glad we can help. Let's see. I wanted to check this one out. Trucking It Country. Did you ever get any videos out? Oh, he's got 2 of them up. So Trucking It Country started out, he's over at Crete. He went through the whole orientation and stuff like that. Looking at his channel now, he's got 2 videos up from orientation about Crete. Headed to Henderson, Nevada from PA. Sweet. That's a nice run. Although if you're heading to Nevada, yeah, it'll be a nice run until you get out towards the west, till you get in towards like Colorado. But if you're heading that way, I'm actually wondering, shit, your route's probably going to take you out to 70 until you get through Colorado, and then shoot you through Utah and over into Nevada. Stephen Welch thinks I should do it on Facebook. Alright, so Stephen Welch says I should do the gaming on Facebook. Trucking the Country, not since orientation. Yeah, it's a lot harder to do videos, especially if you're going through training right now. If you have a trainer on the truck, he ain't going to let you take video footage. But, you know, it's a lot harder to do videos, and you'll realize that once you're out on your own and stuff like that, and getting the camera set up, and because now you're going to work your 11-hour shift, you're going to do your 11-hour drive, and it's probably going to take you about 13 hours to do that. And now you got to try and get as much sleep as possible, because you're probably going to do the same thing all over again tomorrow. But now you're taking driving footage, you got to take it off the camera, you got to put it onto a different device, you got to put it in the editor, edit the video, then post it. It takes hours. It takes time to do that. But you'll see. It's a lot harder making these videos out on the road. It's not as easy as people think it is. Let's see. Henderson is a nice area. Too much traffic, though. Heads up when you arrive. Yeah. I've been streaming on Facebook and Twitch. Hopefully when I'm on the road, I'll be able to do it out there. Yeah, good luck finding the internet for that. I mean, I used to use the hotspot on my phone, but depending on where you're at, even with Verizon, it's hard. Love the dice. You should put a makeshift bunk behind you for effect. So maybe I'll just do the green screen, take the black curtain down, put the green screen up, and make it look like a bunk back here. Might be onto something there. You already got the wheel? Yeah, I got the wheel. I even got the shifter. I was going to put a mount in live stream. Yeah, now, here's key thing with that. If you're going to do that, make sure your phone has video stability. Because I have like the iPhone XR that doesn't have the video stability feature. So if you're going to do a live stream while you're driving all day, every day, make sure you have a phone that's got video stability, or else it's going to look like shit. What GoPro I get, Al? Go with either the GoPro. See, the one I've got 2 GoPro Hero 5s, blacks, and those are freaking phenomenal. I love them. In fact, this one right here. It's a GoPro Hero 5 Black Edition. This is my favorite camera. It records and shoots and all that in 4K, 60 frames a second. This freaking camera's been through hell and back, and I freaking love it. I bought that GoPro Hero 8, and I haven't gotten that fucking thing to work yet. So, in fact, that's what I should have did. Damn it to hell. April, you still watching? I need a refill. I need to get in. I want to try. Hold on. Nope, that's the dash cam. I got to get a new SD card for that GoPro Hero 8, and I got to see if that's what the problem is. Let's see. Yeah, I usually use my hotspot. Yeah, like I said, just it's going to depend on where you're at, how good your signal's going to be. Just free open road and beautiful scenery. Yep. That's all great for the first couple of years, but it gets repetitive. Thanks for the advice as well. Yeah, my pleasure. You know, when I sit there and tell you that the scenery and shit gets old, I remember when I first started, you know, people were, thank you, Alan. People used to, you know, I used to do the same thing, you know, getting out on the road and, you know, I'm traveling the country and I had went out west, you know, into Wyoming, and I'm going through the hills and I'm looking at the mountains, and, you know, I remember telling my trainer, it's like, oh my God, look at that mountain, look at the snow-capped mountains, and they were gorgeous. Now I go through and think, fuck it, I've seen them a million times. You know, recently when I was out on the road and I'd taken April with me, and it had just happened that we had a load going to California, and we were going to be driving through Las Vegas, and I had it scheduled and set up to where we were going to drive through it when it was dark outside. This way April can see the lights. Now, I've been through there many of times. I've seen Vegas, been there nighttime, daytime. It's all the same shit. So she's, you know, in the passenger seat. Ooh, oh my God, look at that. And whatever. I mean, you get so used to it and you've seen it so many times. It is what it is. I think about getting the 7. You can do the 7. Now, the thing with that, if you're going to be recording video, that's fine. Now I know with the GoPro Hero 7 and the GoPro Hero 8, you can live stream right to YouTube from them GoPros. The only difference between the two, the GoPro Hero 7 only streams in 720p. The GoPro Hero 8, which is why I got it, streams in 1920 by 1080p. Big difference. That's why I went with the 8. But I haven't been able to get the 8 to even fucking work. I haven't even been able to record a single video off of it. But I'm thinking it's because of the SD card. Because my SD cards are formatted for the 5s. So I never bought a new SD card to put into the 8 and format it to the 8. I've never done that, which is going to be something I may end up doing that tomorrow now that I'm fucking thinking about it.
Every time I come in here, the cat follows me down the hallway trying to get in here.
Does she? Katie wants to come in?
Waiting right by the door for you.
Katie wants her daddy. She misses her daddy. Let's see. They finally finished the I-15 in Vegas. Still clustered. They finished that project on the 15? I didn't think that they were going to have that done for a couple of years because the last time I just went through there, and we're only talking 2-3 months ago, that place was a fucking mess. I remember I even told April, that's not going to be done for quite a while. They had that all tore up. I have a jetpack from Verizon, $20 per month for unlimited data. What's the jetpack do for you? Because I got Verizon unlimited data and everything too, and you may be able to stream with it. I don't know. Well, you could stream. I don't know if you're going to be able to stream your gaming and stuff. I mean, there's quite a few times where I'd turn on the PS4 connected to the hotspot from the phone, and I'd get on GTA 5 and play online, and that would work fine. I'm online killing people, and one of my favorite things that I do, and this is from the PS4, I also have GTA 5 on the computer, but it's nothing like what I have on the PS4. The PS4, I've got a shit ton of money. I've got my yacht. I've got the bike that flies, whatever the fuck that thing's called. And what I do on GTA 5 is I do bounty hunting. So, like, I'll go sit on the yacht, wait for a bounty to pop up, and then I just go and fuck them up. I have a lot of fun with that. They finished it last month. No shit. No, that's good. But he says it's still a clusterfuck. Yeah. See, I've never really had any issues driving through Vegas. I mean, most of the time that I've driven it was at night, but you're talking 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So there was still traffic, but nothing that ever stopped me or anything like that. I think one time I went through, it was during the day. I want to say somewhere like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. There was a lot of traffic, but I never came to a dead stop. Yeah. Let's see, I didn't get your post until later. I like watching your videos. Cool. Thanks, Steve. See, the other thing is, I'm going to chalk this up to there's not a whole lot of gamers as far as like anybody that's on here right now. It seems to me that there's a few of us that like to do some gaming and stuff like that, but like when I ask questions about it, kind of, for example, like which platform should I stream on? Should I do YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch? I don't get a whole lot of responses. I post something on YouTube, didn't get any responses on that. So to me, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I did one video on Twitch. I did a couple on Facebook. And I think I've done a few on YouTube. And I'm kind of leaning towards YouTube or Facebook. I'm not leaning towards Twitch, but wait till the Raiders arrive. That's a sick ass freaking stadium. I was up. I could have spit and hit that freaking building. There's a shipper right across the street from the stadium, and when I say across the street, it's like a little one-lane side street from the parking lot of the stadium. And I was just there recently. What a freaking mess that was. But as far as the whole gaming thing, I need to decide which platform to do this on and stick with it. And like I said, I mean, doing it right here on this channel where everybody here is seeing it, that's still an option, but I'm told not to. I hear a lot of YouTube people telling me that if I did that this channel would end up failing. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay, going to bed. Got to get going at 1 a.m. Trucking the country. Get your sleep, brother. Stay safe out there. Kimchi, wait until the Raiders arrive. I am same way on GTA. I am more into getting people mad. I don't go just to piss people off. I mean, I wait for them to... I look for the bullies is what I do. Because I got a lot of the weaponry and stuff like that most people don't. And so I look for the bullies, and then I just go and tear them up. And then they end up leaving and switching their switching the rooms that they're in and stuff. But and then I see people who put out bounties on other people, and then I go kill the bounty for the money. The oppressor, that's what it is. Yep. That's it. All right, guys. So we're gonna hang this up here. Again, if you guys are into gaming and stuff like that, and you guys want to watch, I was hoping to have a decision by tonight, but I don't know yet. I don't know if I should stick with YouTube or switch over to Facebook for the whole going live gaming stuff like that. So, anybody that's watching this video after the fact, feel free to comment. I still get all the comments on the videos, stuff like that. The whole thing as far as Tats goes, Tats is going to be coming back. I'm going to be getting back into that. I just got a few things that I need to put in order before I start these other projects, which I continuously work on every single day, just trying to get everything done and set up to where I can have the time to do this stuff. But, I appreciate everybody's support, and Casey says I will keep on Facebook. Yeah. So, yeah, that's that, people. Like I said, I'm working on getting everything put together. Tats is definitely coming back. We're going to be calling these other companies. We're going to be, keeping an eye on the weather, keeping you guys safe out there, keeping you new drivers focused. Stay focused at, your dream. On becoming an over-the-road truck driver. Don't let anybody deter you from that dream. And, if you pick a company, stick with it. Don't go by the reviews, because not everybody's going to have the same experience. So go there, create your own experience, and, focus on you. Don't worry about what everybody else is going through. What pissed them off may not piss you off as much. Or, maybe something happened to them, whether they failed on their own, so they went on and put on a bad review, to try and harm the review of the company. Always remember that if you go to a company, it is what you make of it. You want to become a driver, then be a driver. If you're going to be one of those types of drivers that stops every 10, 15 minutes because you got to piss or shit or get something to eat or get something to drink, your wheels aren't moving, your paychecks aren't moving either. So always, focus on you. Don't worry about everybody else. We will be back soon. Like I said, Tats is going to be starting back up this week. I may even consider starting to do it tomorrow morning. I'm going to put some more thought into it as far as a more scheduled time to do it. I know I've had a lot of people that have sent me messages and emails, questioning whether or not I could do it in the evening hours versus the daytime. But it's really going to depend on what I think is best for the time. Now, the other thing is that I know from personal experience that most truck drivers are on the road during the hours of 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Try to find a parking spot after 6 o'clock at night. And that'll tell you when most people are out on the road. So, that's that. That's the plans for Trucker Al and Tats. I think that's all I got for the evening. So you guys stay safe out there. If you guys got any questions, feel free to leave a comment in this video. Again, my email is in the description below. And I'll see you guys soon.